Hey y'all, I'm back recording video number 3. And if you remember from video number 1, I had my little journal that had all my notes and stuff in it. And so this video is the caterpillar and butterfly. So, and I know I've seen a few brothers and sisters who caught this word also, but even though my obedience had been delayed, my own doing, of course, I'm finally about to share it and probably say the same or similar things, but I'm going to say this in my own way. So the whole thing about the caterpillar and the butterfly is it was a parable I received from God based on transformation. And he was letting me know, like, when I change you and when I transform you, you're not going to look the same way you did when you went into the transformation versus when you come out of the transformation. And so I just really want to let someone know, and of course I'm talking to myself with these videos that I'm posting, but I just want to encourage somebody and let somebody know that no matter how it's looking now, it's going to look different on the outside, on the other end. Once you get into your butterfly stage, it's not going to look like your caterpillar stage. And need I remind that when the caterpillar leaves caterpillar stage, and before it gets into the butterfly stage, there's the cocoon stage. And I think I wrote something down. Let me see. God had gave me another way to look at that parable with soil and water. And it was different ways. So some notes that I jot down about it were it's the process that it takes you to go through transformation. Again, who you are, your caterpillar stage, who you have been versus who God is trying to, how can I say this? Because I was going to say that wrong. Versus who you are versus who you are to become. There we go. So the caterpillar stage is who you are. The butterfly stage is who you are to become. The cocoon stage is the in-between. It's the meantime before the transformation hit. And so, oh yeah, this was good when I got this. So during that caterpillar stage, I was saying that in this part, I was relating this to myself, but I know you can relate this to you also. So I wrote down for me personally on some, journaling type. I was like, in my caterpillar stage, the world changed me. When God created me, I was confident, I was bold, I was sassy me. But the hurt had transformed me and it made me quiet. So that's another thing. You can go into your caterpillar stage, and your caterpillar and your butterfly season can look anyway. Now, that's one way, the hurt way. How I started out, I was bold, I was courageous, I was a smiler, laughing. I still like to laugh, and I still like to smile. But when I would get teased about it, or like how I would get teased about my teeth, because my teeth not perfect. They white, but they're not perfect. And so, a lot of the bullying and stuff that I went through, it did transform me, but it transformed me into a self my lower self, I would say. Simply because, like I said, the hurt made me quiet. The checking, the jokes, the checking, the different times I was set up to get in trouble for things I didn't do, like that stuff changed me to the point where I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be friends with people. I didn't really want to do too much, hanging. Of course, I still wanted to be around people, but I wasn't so quick to be myself. And so going back to the caterpillar, the cocoon, and the transformation, in a positive way. They all can very well still be in my caterpillar stage if you look at it. because that's the kind of, like I said, that's the transformation, and that's how. Oops, hold on, pops. That's the transformation, and that's how the hurt version of that transformed me into somebody that I was not. I'm really not the shy girl. You know, I really was bold and bossy or whatever. I mean, I've been a leader. I've been a leader since a kid, and that's just something that I was just always naturally. All right now, that's just something I always naturally did. So the hurt transformed me into somebody that I was not. But even with that right there, that caterpillar stage, cocoon stage transformation, that is still part of the bigger caterpillar stage. And I'm in my cocoon stage, I would say, and not ready, not quite ready for my transformation just yet. I don't guess, but I mean, I guess I am. I'm finally making the videos, but I just really looked at that and I was like, okay, yeah, that make a whole lot of sense. And when God trying to clean you up before He release you into that butterfly stage, you in your cocoon. And so I want to describe what that could look like. Like your cocoon stage, that's the removing the things of you that are not of Him. So that timid spirit, God tells us in, what is it, 2 Corinthians? No, not 2 Corinthians, 2 Timothy 1 verse 7. God gave you the spirit of love, power, and sound mind, or you may hear it as love, power, and self-control, love, power, and self-discipline. But at the end of the day, God gave us a courageous spirit, and He told us to be bold and courageous. So a shy person, a timid person, a scared person, a fearful person, none of that is of God. And so when I was in my caterpillar stage of, you know, freshly in school, like age 5, that's a great caterpillar stage, age 5. So I wasn't aware of these things. And like I said in a previous video, I definitely have had my own like bully in my family before I even got to the outside world. And that just was more stuff piled up on me in my caterpillar stage of hurt rather. And then so when I went into my cocoon stage, now I had all these things that I had been through, all this hurt I experienced, all this, the mental abuse, the physical, not physical. Yeah. Eh, I mean, fighting your family members and all that, it's still abuse, but like, no. But still, the abuse that I went through in my caterpillar stage of hurt, in my cocoon stage, it began to form me into this person that I wouldn't really say when I came up out of that I was a butterfly. But I did transform into somebody that really I had to really sink. Well, I guess you can say that. I had to really sink and sit in it and think about the fact that the hurt that I had went through over the years, it really changed me. And it changed me for the better now that I'm an adult and I can look at it. But as a child, I wasn't seeing it as, you know, it changed me for the better. I was looking at it changed me. I'm not that bold person no more. I'm not that, you know, social butterfly that I used to be. I had became shy, I had became timid. I didn't really want to talk to people. You know, I was really scared to make friends, even though I was still putting myself out there, because I was trying to still hold on to that everybody is not the same. And why everybody ain't the same in the terms of everybody don't have the same heart as you or me, everybody is not the same also in the terms of the people that cause you heart. The people that cause you hurt are not going to always, you know, they can't always outshine everybody else. There are still, even through the gloominess and the dark clouds, it's still some peaks of sunshine walking around here. It's still some people around here that have good hearts, it's still, I'm a straight woman, so it's still some good men out here. If I met my king, I didn't recognize it. And if I did recognize it, because there is somebody I thought, he was my king. But if it ain't time now, it ain't time now. But the hurt that I went through, that cocoon stage during the hurt, if you look at it like that, a caterpillar and a butterfly stage, a hurt, and then a caterpillar and a butterfly stage of healness, great. Basically, I wasn't looking at it that way. So, but you could just say that whole situation is pretty much, well, yeah, that whole situation is pretty much the caterpillar in the cocoon stage when it's all said and done, if you get what I mean. It like, think of a family tree. There's this bubble, this bubble, this bubble, and then, these two people met and that happened and all that. Okay. So in that terms, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the overall caterpillar, cocoon, and transformation stage, and then there's many caterpillar, cocoon, and transformation stages that breaks down and builds up to the ultimate caterpillar, cocoon, and transformation stage, or butterfly stage. So God also, I was sitting there thinking, I was hearing like water and soil, because I think I was in the, ooh, what scripture was that? I was watching a church online, and ooh, it was the parable about the wheat and the tares that made me think about this, I believe. And so I started to think about soil and water, and basically I started thinking about plants and the plant cycle. And so we all, well, majority of us, we all know that plants need carbon dioxide, sunlight, good soil, and water in order to evolve. So just like God was giving me that download about caterpillar, the cocoon, and the butterfly stage, he gave me another parable, and he was saying like soil and water. Like when it comes to planting, in order for you to have a good harvest or for you to have good seeds in a part of the process, you need rich soil and you need clean water. And what the equation I got was rich soil plus clean water equals good fruit. So you can have clean water, but if the soil is not good, it's not going to produce anything. You can have good soil, but if you got contaminated water, it's not going to produce anything. And so I just then began to sit there and realize that, one, I might have came into some contaminated water, and I might have came into some soil that wasn't good in my caterpillar stage. And it's not to say that that's not going to happen again. But again, this is why spirit of discernment is important, and why you consult with God, because it's important also. So during my cocoon stage, where I might have not been meeting or dealing or investing in rich soil and good water, in my cocoon stage, I'm realizing that. Because see, the cocoon stage is pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Let's just get some descriptions of what that could look like. Your cocoon stage is going to more than likely look like isolation, cleaning up your act. That I always think about that song. I've been thinking about that song a lot lately. I probably need to listen to it. I can't remember his name, but in the song, he's like, the things I used to do, I don't do it no more, 'cause I've been changed. I'm a changed man. So I've been thinking about that song a lot lately, and I was like, you know what? Okay, then. I don't know. I know what I can expect and think, pretty much have a clue of what God is trying to say with that song. But I'm just like, that's crazy. It's just crazy how that song been really playing in my head. And so that's what that song perfectly describes your cocoon stage. A lot of things you used to do, that's when God's stripping it from you. That's your stage where God like, you need to let that go, that go, that go. Them go, him go, her go. Yeah, let it all go. And that's literally your build back up season. God is breaking you down and building you back up in your cocoon season. So then when it comes time for butterfly season and it comes time for transformation season, which is the same thing, you're going to fly. And so, I don't know. I guess y'all going to get to watch my transformation season. Well, I ain't gonna talk like I ain't been doing no transforming. I have been transforming, cause baby, the things I used, the things I used to do, I don't do them no more. The people I used to know, I don't know them no more. Places I used to go, I wasn't really on no stuff like that. Anyways, in a song, I ain't gonna say in a song like that, but majority of times, it's the drinking and the smoking, the clubbing. That's the stuff people be talking about. And since we on drinking and smoking again, y'all gonna watch the transformation. I told y'all I'm not here to fake like I'm perfect, because I'm not perfect. I still cuss. I'm pretty sure I've committed all 7 deadly sins before. And then some. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to get up and try every day and change my mind so that my actions and my heart change every day. But I'm not perfect. Like I said, still cuss. It'll change. It'll change. Working on my mouth, working on my attitude. It's gonna change. Learning to do this faith walk. Just cause I don't see it don't mean it's not coming. I'm going to change. Since we there, since we're there, I smoke weed. I do. I do. What is this? 2023? This is October 2023. Let's see. Next month on the 11th. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I give y'all the right number. Yeah, next month on the 11th, it'll be 12 years. Now, I didn't become a heavy smoker until 2015, but back then, in the beginning of my smoking, I ain't gonna front. We're gonna talk about it. In the beginning of it, I had a little control. I'm getting my control back. So, I can cut it on and cut it off. And so, it got to a point where it got heavy. Like 2015, it got heavy. And in my first video with this song, where I talk about how the warfare, like, warfare was warfare, life was life, and even in the midst of going to college and trying to graduate from college, going to trade school and trying to graduate from trade school, like, yeah. And I'm sorry. If you thought you was gonna come over here and meet somebody perfect or somebody who, no, you not here, boo. I will still have me a glass to drink. And I know some very much qualified and called, chosen people of the good Lord who they still had them a drink too. Why? Because at the end of the day, that Pharisee and Sadducee lifestyle that a lot of people be out here living, no, that's not real. That is not real. And I'm not gonna get up here and be fake with y'all. So yeah, I guess in my cocoon stage and in my transformation, weed is something that will be transformed on me. Now, I'm going to be honest and let it be known as to why. If I'm, you know, anxiety, I ain't going to say anxiety, stressing, call it what it is. Them, all that type of stuff, that ain't nothing but different types of demons anyways. Anxiety, depression, when you overeating, all of that. Again, demons, witchcraft, that's what that stuff is. You don't know nothing? We'll get into it. And I'll send you where I know for a fact God has called people to talk about that. Stephanie P. Smith and Circle Trove 22. There you go. But I know for a fact, watching these ladies, they have confirmed and put me on game about the fact that I was, like, this stuff been working on me because I didn't know. Now that I know about it, and now that I'm finally being vocal about it, talk about breakthrough. Talk about break free. Talk about break every chain, baby. That's what we doing. So, but I'm not here to tell y'all no lie. That's what I do for stress relief. After, sometimes I do it after I pray. Sometimes, honey, I'm doing that while I pray. Don't let nobody tell you how God will accept you. Because people got people thinking that because they wouldn't accept that, God wouldn't. A lot of women, the few women that I watch have said this, but I'm going to tell you something that I know for a fact. Uncircle say all the time. Don't let nobody tell you how God going to allow you to come to you. What are you hiding something from? And I know, nose itching. I know that a lot of people may feel like, oh, well, God won't approve of that. And God won't do this and God won't do that. And it's like, why? Or what I was finna say was, I'm probably going to step on some of my own old head toes when I say this, but why am I going to hide something from you that I can't even hide from God? Like, hide it from you for what? It's not. Now, my dad don't like the way it smells, so I try to, if I'm smelling like it, I try to at least hurry up and get the smell off of me, or spray, cleanse the house up and all that type of stuff or whatever, or I be outside. But he don't like the way it smells. My mama don't like the way it smells. But I say she's a little more lenient than he is. But at this point, he just, I'm 27. He gonna give his advice because he dad, but ain't too much. He just really be just like, other than I can't wait till you stop doing it, or I wish you stopped doing it, and I'll just be like, it's a process, that even when it comes as it come up off me and I stop doing it, but at the same time it is kind of hard because I'm gonna tell you something, it's for medicinal purpose. I just have a hard time thinking that this is something bad for me specifically because, and I get it, Proverbs 3:5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. What I am saying though is, big pharma give us all kind of things that's legal, but yet illegal to your body, not only physically, spiritually too. And you can go over there to Uncircle page and find out what I mean when I say it's illegal to your spirit and it's illegal to your body. But the main thing that's an herb, kind of like your sage, and I ain't talking about sage that go in your, that the girls be waving around. No, I'm not talking about that sage. I'm talking about the sage that go in your Thanksgiving dressing. Yeah, it's the same thing. But, I'm not here to encourage nobody to continue to do that if that's what you trying to stop doing. I'm not in here to encourage nobody to sin. Because one thing about it, on that day, I'm responsible for me and you're responsible for you. So that's that on that. I just ain't gonna sit up here and fake and be phony and try to play like, oh, I don't do that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I ain't doing it as much, but yes, I do. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I have been trying to quit, but it's really something that it's a me and God thing. I'm working on my relationship with God, and I'm working on me. And smoking it, of course, probably ain't the best thing to do. But now, if it's take the medicine from the land, or not the land, take the medicine from the lab versus take the medicine from the land, give me the land. I ain't saying I ain't never took a Tylenol. I ain't saying I might still take one. Might, that I won't still take one. I got some, in the cabinet. I got some in my med drawer. But my meds is mostly green. When I've been going, the last few times I've been going to the doctor, for checkups and all of that, and they've been putting me on these medications, I ain't been taking that stuff, y'all. And this was before I even met Uncircle to know the deeps and the depths of just how sinister the medical field is. I had just stopped taking that stuff. I'm like, I'm not about to keep popping this. What is this? What is this? What to do? And look at these side effects. This worse than what I came in the damn clinic for in the first place. I came here and tried to figure out why my side hurt, doc, or why my upper back hurt. Because as a nail technician, honey, when you file in there, I'm right-handed. So when you file in that nail, baby, it gets real stiff up in this area back here. And right here, it be hurting. So, before I connected that, I'm like, why do I feel like I'm having inflammation and stiffness up here? I didn't know. So, but yeah, a little rambling, but I just wanted to encourage y'all with that story. The transformation stage is your butterfly stage. And if God is trying to transform you, allow him to. Allow him to. Because it's for the better and it's for the greater good of yourself. And I want to also leave you with this. The cocoon stage. It's a detox process. That's what it's also known as. And God, baby, this was so cool and powerful when God gave it to me. I was like, wow. So when I was sitting there thinking about this, I started thinking about fractions. And if y'all remember when we learned about fractions, let's get this highlighter probably dry, but we finna use it anyways. Come on, Dad. I'm trying to do this video. So God had gave me he reminded me of a fraction. So we remember being in class. I'm gonna just draw here. It don't gotta be perfect. We remember the circle. And we remember, y'all can't even see that. Let me get another highlighter. Baby, just dead and gone. Oh, okay. Me handy dandy tanker with all my pens and stuff in it. Okay, this one might do a little more talking. So we remember being in class and learning about fractions. Ugly, but whatever. Okay, so then you already know that a whole was this. This was a whole. And so then when you come down here, and then that's when they started teaching us. Let me draw 3 more. Okay, so that's a whole. We just gonna say And then when you start splitting it into, I can't draw this with y'all watching me. I mean, I can, but yeah, I can do this. So y'all remember they split it up. Let me get a darker. Let me get a pen, because this is not working. Just grab the whole doggone tanker. Oh, Lord. I will, but I gotta finish this video. Okay, so let me just start on a whole new page. Basically, I got the parable, if you would say, of fractions. And God took me back to childhood when we learned about fractions. And we learned, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4 out of 4 was a whole. And so, as I was sitting there thinking, he was reminding me that, when it comes to forming connections and when it comes to healing, like it's got to be broken down. It's a breakdown process. And they all piggyback and play off of each other. So we know that the fractions, this is a whole fraction. And so ideally, like I said, 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. And then let me just draw another one up here, because you can have nothing in any one of them. So I was like, okay, where you going with this? He said spiritual, emotional, mental, physical. And it started to break down on why this caterpillar and butterfly stage was very much important. Why it's important for your soil to have, you to be with rich soil, dealing with rich soil and clean water in order for a good harvest to produce, because it all plays a part in you being whole. Because if you lack spiritually, then you lack emotionally, mentally, and physically. Like, okay, this is the goal right here, to be whole. And to be whole in God. So even if you got 3 out of 3, you still missing something. And if you only got 2, you pretty much half a person. And then if you got 1 or you ain't even got none, then it just... So I felt like that was like really powerful, because I was like, okay, that's a way to think about it. And I literally saw the pie chart in my head. And so I just want people to know that wherever you're struggling, it's important for you to heal. It's important for you to go through that cocoon stage, your detox process. In order for you to be whole, it might be something you don't have, or you could have a bunch of the wrong things. And so in that cocoon stage, this is the process where wherever you might be full of, or wherever you might be missing something, that's God's chance to fill you up correctly, fill you up, period, or fill in what you're missing and correct what you might have potentially also. And that's his chance to heal you and take care of you, detox you, remove all that stuff out of you, break you down, and build you back up before he send you on out in your butterfly stage into your transformation stage. And so I just thought that was really good. And that was something that I try to be mindful of. And so, again, what I hope you take from this video is no matter what it look like, and I'm talking to myself too, no matter what it look like, keep the faith. Faith walk is what Miss Latoya O'Keefe called it. So keep the faith. Go through the process. Because you can't skip it. You can't even get to the other side without going through the process. Especially talking about, oh, I want to be used by you, God. Okay. Well, God said, okay, well, I got to take some things up off you. I got to take some things away from you. Like, some things that you're doing, you got to stop. And so, I just wanted to give y'all this message. There was 3 messages I did for today. And oh, my stomach is cramping really bad, y'all. So I'm probably gonna be done for the day. So I'm gonna lay down, take a shower, lay down, get some rest. But I thank y'all for watching. I hope this touched somebody. I hope this helped somebody. Any harm or any backlash that could be taken, that none of that is intended for any of these videos. My videos are here to inspire, to encourage, and to help you. If conviction and correction has been placed on you, I'm just a messenger. Take it up with the Most High. Take it up with God. So, you all enjoy the rest of your evening, your day, your lunch break, whatever, from when you see this video. And I thank you all for watching. Again, my name is Milbree. Thank you for watching Wisdom and Beauty. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Tune in to the next video. Peace.